also talking to whoever may see this later. So last class period we talked about let's see, importing and capturing. So just to do a brief reminder of that, when you are in your event, so I called mine video editing lesson 1. So if I needed to import, I could press, well, you can press Command I, or you can go to, import media, go File, Import Media, and it has the Command I right there, and it'll pop up your window. And mine doesn't work quite as well as the other computers, but you can map it through this on the left. So if you have it on the flash drive, if you have it on the desktop, you can pick it and then select to import it. And so the default setting is copy to library, but since it's copied, since the folder is already on the desktop, let's go with leave files in place. And you also want to make sure that it is routed to whatever event that you are using. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do another way of getting footage into this. I don't suggest this, but yeah, my computer, I don't know why it doesn't want to take stuff from the desktop. So ignore these next few seconds as I don't do the stuff that I just told you to do. And I'm gonna, and when importing, just for the sake of the let's see, I wonder if I can connect. Alright, so I'm just, anyway, you don't have to do this, but background, I really don't have to put this on the timeline. Yes. Alright, that'll work. Anyway, so once you've imported your clips and not done what I just did, let's go ahead and edit this stuff. So when we made our project or our timeline, you may have saw a few moments ago, I double clicked on it so that it would show down here. So because before you do that, it'll just say create new project. But since we already created one in previous class sessions, we have one that's ready to go. Mine is called Export Day 1. So I double click it so that way we have access to a nice, fresh, blank timeline. So we're going to show you a couple of ways to look at your footage once you have some clips in here. So you have, I want to say, I think they changed the name. So this is a film strip or list mode. So basically this is just the details. If that's how you want to look at it, then you can do that. Or you can have, hold on, what's the other version? This is called between film strip and list mode. So I guess, well, anyway, I don't know which one is list and which one is film strip anymore. But you have these two options. And if you want to adjust some other things like how big the clips are, or how often it makes a thumbnail. So like this says for like every 10 seconds. If you want to do that, then you can do that. If you want to be able to see the waveforms, you can do that as well. So, and I think I wonder about continuous playback. All right, I'm gonna leave that one alone. So if you don't like the way it looks, you can adjust it. I tend to go for just having all, so just one clip rather than having a bunch of thumbnails and all that other kind of stuff. So where were we? Okay, so let's go over putting footage on the timeline. There's a couple of ways you can do it. So one way is you can drag and drop. So what that means is this clip, when I click on it, I'm going to drag and drop the whole clip on the timeline. So this is about a minute, 1 minute 9 seconds worth of footage. You don't have to use this clip, but let's just say, okay, that we know that this clip is, that has that duration. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this out of here. Just press the delete button. Let's say I don't want all of that, so I can make in points and out points. So I'll pick. I'll just get this shot of these people at the computers. Okay. So I'm sorry. What'd you say? I'll say yeah. Okay. So what I can do is I can use my spacebar to press play. And all right, I press it again to stop it. Now notice that there's a yellow, rectangle around the clip. That means that that's the clip that I'm currently looking at, and I want to make an endpoint. To make an endpoint, I will press the letter I. I is in igloo. And notice that the rectangle, the size or the proportions of the rectangle has changed. The part that's no longer has the yellow around it, that will not be included in the footage that I put on my timeline. I'm going to press the spacebar again to continue playing, and let's just say that's how much I want. Okay, I just press the spacebar. Now I'm going to press the letter O. Notice that my rectangle went from about this big to this size. So when I drag this down to the timeline, that's how much I had. That's how much, I actually got from my original clip. Now let's just say it's like, oh man, I messed up. You can press Control Z or Command Z. Yeah, I'm using a PC keyboard, so I don't know what the equivalent of that is. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, you can press Command Z. It's the little I call it like a square butterfly, like icon. So, and then the letter Z. So that'll undo it for you. Now, if you don't want to do it that way, you can go to the edge of the yellow rectangle and you can just move it, and that'll allow you to expand your endpoints and out points, or you can just make it go all the way to the end. It could be as if you had never made any endpoints or out points in the first place. So I think future lessons I'm going to switch to a Mac keyboard so I can make the adjustments that I need to make. My keyboard shortcuts. So anyway, let me adjust my timeline. So let's see. So it's still that a few seconds worth of clip compared to this super long thing that I had originally imported. So that is drag and drop, and that is in and out points. And say you needed to switch the order of something, you can do that. So this nonlinear editing. So say if I wanted this to appear between these two clips, I just move it over, and then you saw it kind of like shoved the other clip out the way, so I could put that in that order. So yeah, if you have any concerns like that, you can do that. Also, if I want to override some of it, like when I put it here, and yeah, sometimes you can get it to just actually, if you put it over the clip, sometimes they'll ask you if you want to deleted. Let's see, I think maybe it's because I have my snapping tool on that it's not doing that. Oh, it's being polite even without the snapping tool right now. Okay, so we're going to move on to, we talked a little bit about adjusting the clip length, how we can adjust our endpoints and our outpoints. Now, there's also a way you can do this on the timeline. So I'm just going to go with this 1 minute clip here. And if I need to make this shorter, the easiest way is to do the trimming feature. So the way we do that is we click on the clip and we'll see that yellow rectangle. Thaddeus, you with me? Okay. So, and what I can do is I'll go to the edge of the clip, and you'll notice that my single arrow turns to like an arrow that points both ways. Now, something I guess I should point out is that right now this arrow, this cursor that I have, is called the select tool. You get to it by pressing, I believe it's A. Let me see. Yeah, by pressing the letter A. So if you press like B, then you got the razor blade tool, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But A is for your select tool. So if you have some other type of tool, active for your cursor, you won't get the same. You instead of selecting something, you maybe end up like making cuts, or have one where it only just moves the clip or physically moves the clips around. So you want to make sure you have the right tool, which is the select tool, by pressing the letter A. So when we get to the edge of the clip, it turns into the double arrow looking thingamabob, and we click, we hold, and we just drag, and you see like a little double window bar thing. So it's kind of telling you where the clip is gonna end. Also, I don't know if you see this. I have like, it shows a negative 2557. That means that I have deleted, or that's how much time I'm shaving off of my clip. And that 10614, that shows me the new duration of the clip. So if you need to trim it to a specific time, then, or someone says, hey, I need you to shave exactly 3 seconds and 5 frames off of a clip, then you can do that if you want to. And it works. Yes?
Does it turn red at the other part? Does it turn red like whenever you don't have enough and you try to turn it?
Oh, yeah. I hadn't really, concerned myself with that, but yeah, it does turn red when you're at your limit. And also something that lets you know when you're at your limit is, I know it. No, because they have like a little sawtooth thing that kind of like represent like the end of the I don't know, film strip or whatever. But even though this is shortened, it still shows that. So if I expanded this and it was in the same spot, you wouldn't have that. So yeah, the red does say, hey, I can't stretch anymore. So and about the trimming, you can also do it at the beginning of your timeline as well. Now you may see this and get concerned. The reason why it's like that is because this was the primary timeline. So if you just expand or minimize your timeline, then it goes back to normal. So yeah, that's just a temporary adjustment from, okay, this was the beginning. Now this is the new beginning. So yeah, I'm really missing some. So let's see. What if I press Alt T? Does that do it? Nope, that does not undo it for me. So anyway, so that's the trim and the function, and I can put it back, and it looks like, oh, and now it's just as if I had not done anything. Now the razor blade tool. In order to get to your razor blade tool, you can press the letter B. So usually when I'm switching tools, I don't go to like the tool bin bar thing. Matter of fact, I haven't gone to the tool bin bar thing. It takes me a second to find it. Oh, here it is. So up here, and it may be a different location for you. So when I press the letter B, it goes to scissors. When I press the letter A, it goes to a little pointer thingy. Okay. So for the razor blade tool, when I'm up here, is red because I can't click on, no, I can't cut nothing, you know. But when I get down to the actual clip, you see it turns black, and there's a little I don't know, reddish, orangish line that indicates where exactly the cut will be made. So basically, just activate your razor blade tool, and you know, just go to wherever you want to make the cut, and you click. And to show that there's two different clips, I'll click on this one, and I'll click on this one, and you see these yellow boxes aren't, you know, they're two yellow boxes, not one yellow box. Let me demonstrate that one more time. So I'm going to press the letter B, and I'm going to go over here, and I've made another division. You can see one yellow box, two yellow box, three yellow box. So that just shows that, you know, it's been divided. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, there's some other tools, but primarily from here you're going to mainly be using the select tool and the razor blade tool. But anyway, let's see what else we're going to do. Oh, the snapping tool. So let me delete these two clips and drag this clip down. Yeah. Okay. So over here we have what's known as the snapping tool. I suggest you have this active at all times. So what the snapping tool does is when the clips get close enough together, it kind of butts them together. It's like, oh, you're this close. Maybe, you know, I guess you wanted to put this right here. Or it kind of helps you kind of like auto lock on to wherever you want the clips to go. So let's just say I've got, I want to bring another, I'm going to bring this clip down, but I'm going to make an in point and an out point, okay? And I want this clip to start right at the end of this clip, okay? At the end of this library clip. What's the last shot? Okay, so we see that this right here is the last shot, and then I want it to go back to, let's see, let me pick a different shot. Let me trim this a little bit. All right. Okay, yeah, that the shot that has the people at the computers. So if I have my snipping tool, when I get close to this division, you see how that line, that yellow line just pops up? It's like, okay, I think you want to put it here, so I'll help you, and I'll snap it exactly to that point. So let me show you, let me expand this a little bit so you can see that this is, they're perfectly, you know, in sync, and the way I can prove that is that I can use my left and right arrow. If you use your left and right arrow on the timeline, you can go back one frame. So it goes from the frame of that last shot to, you know, the first frame of this one. Now, let's say I'm trying to do this without my snipping tool. So without my snipping tool, oh wait, let me deactivate it. And so I'm eyeballing it, and I'm going to minimize my timeline a little more to make it more difficult, okay? So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and put this right at the beginning of this and make it perfect, okay? So I may think, and I'm going to exaggerate a little bit. I'm like, okay, I am trying to line it up, but let's just say I want to give it that first frame of green. Let's see. I don't think I can do it exactly right, but okay, let's just say that's me making my best effort, okay? I may have gotten it wrong, I may not, I may have, you know, gotten it right, I don't know. Let's see. Nope, even with my best effort, and I promise you, I wasn't trying to like, oh, this is so difficult, but I was off by what? 1, 2, 3, 4. I was off by 5 frames. So, and I really was trying to line this up perfectly, but I just deleted 5 frames of video from the previous clip. So yeah, if I had the snipping tool active, then when I got close to this area, it would have said, "Oh, I think I see that. Let me go ahead and help you line that up," and it would have been perfectly in line. So, and let's just say I was covering up this, and I made that similar mistake. Well, then when I'm pressing this video, you're gonna see like a couple of flash frames of the chroma key shot, and we don't want that. That looks definitely like a mistake, you know. So anyway, that's why you want your snapping tool. All right, so transitions. Let's go over some transitions. So you're gonna need 2 clips for this, preferably. Um, so I've got 1 clip, and then I've got another clip, and one of the reasons we'll talk about having pad on your video later on in the course, but one of the reasons why you want a few seconds of video before you actually have what you actually want to see on screen is so that you can have enough pad or enough space or cushion or whatever in order to do transitions, because they do take they take time. So right now this is our transitions window right here. So if I forgot, well, I think I remember how to do it, but I can't do the shortcut here. But anyway, let's see. So this icon right here, this little butterfly yo-yo bow tie looking thing, that's for your transitions. So I'm just gonna pick. Well, I'll go with the cross dissolve since it's already on dissolves. So you just click, hold, and you drag it to where you want the transition to be. So, oh, it said not enough extra media. Hold on, let me get rid of a little bit of that. Get rid of a little bit of this. And now I'm going to try it again. And it says, yay! So I did a dissolve, and it'll do like a slow fade from one thing to the next thing. Isn't that wonderful? So, and if I want to get rid of it, I can just delete it. Or if I want to make it longer or shorter, I can click on the edges. See when it turns yellow, and I can make that transition last longer. Ooh. So, what else was I going to say? Oh, sometimes when you add a transition to a clip, like say it's a clip that's in between 2 other clips, it may try to put a cross dissolve on both ends. I'm going to show you that right now. So I'm going to put it here, but it's being nice. Okay. Oftentimes I've had it put dissolves on both ends of the clips. But so if that does happen, do not be surprised. And if you don't want the other one, just click on it, press delete, and it goes bye-bye. Let's see, what am I doing now? I'll do one more. Are we doing on time? Okay, I'll do one more transition. I don't know, color panes. That looks interesting. So, and it's all basically the same. So, ooh, fancy. I'm an expert. So anyway, that's that. Let's move on to Inspector. This is a very important window. So this is your inspector window. So when you click on a clip, you will use this so much. And I'm actually rusty. I can't remember how to get rid of the inspector window. Hold on, I think let's see. Oh, it's this. So these little slide-em-a-bob thingies, sliders. You see this here?
Yep.
All right, this is the thing to activate your inspector window. If you do not have your inspector window, you're missing out on a ton of stuff. So yeah. So let's just go over. I'm not gonna do too much with the inspector window, but I'll just say go over some of the things that it has. So under transform, like say scale, if you want to make the image bigger, I was clicked on the wrong thing. I made a mistake. So you have to click on the clip that you want to adjust. So where was I? Oh, so and there's different things. So this is for video. This is more for like color and exposure. This is for audio, and this is just for information. So once we have, let's say we need to adjust the scale, we need to make it bigger. We can do that with the inspector window. Say we need to crop, and if I need to crop something, so we need to cut off, say, stuff, all the stuff on the left. Guess what? I can do that. Yeah, image stabilization, which sometimes you need that. It makes your shot be, more steady when it wasn't initially very steady. So I'm gonna stop there for the inspector window. Now let's go to titles. So for titles, like when you want to make, put words on the screen. So it's to the upper left hand corner of the screen. So click on this. It has a T, and then it also has like a little countdown thing there. So under titles we have a lot of stuff. I don't want to see generators. Let me minimize that. So one of the most common ones you're going to use is lower thirds. So lower third is called a lower third because it appears in the lower third of the screen. So I'll pick this one that says paper, okay? And all I'm doing is I clicked, I held, and I dragged, and I'm putting it over, this video here. So, and if I need to make it longer, I can, kind of like with trimming, I can just click, hold, and increase it. So, and we'll go over like how to edit these, and you can edit the colors and the fonts and all that other stuff at a later date. But the main thing is just to show you where this is. So yeah, and there's other stuff that you'll be using that's, that people think, is cool. So yeah, but that's the basic one. So the one that you're going to use most likely are lower thirds, and the one that says, is it elements? No, bumper opener. I use just the basic title if I need to put something in the center of the screen. So yeah, I'd say those are some of the most common ones that you use. And yeah, we'll talk about animated backgrounds and stuff later on. So let's see. All right, so now let's get this. Now it's time for homework stuff. So what we're going to be doing, your homework, which is due next week, is you'll be exporting video from your timeline onto a flash drive or a SD card or some type of storage medium, and you'll hand it to me. And on that clip, you need to name it. Yeah, you need to have your name in the title of the file. So you don't have to put your name on the video just yet. That'll be something for next week. But anyway, so let's say we've got this clip this here, okay, and I don't need like 3 minutes of footage. Really, just like 10 seconds will be fine. So what's this right here? 22 seconds. No, I don't even need that. I'll trim this part. And what do I got now? 15 seconds. All right, is that right? Let me take that one more time. Okay, so that's 15 seconds. So where was I? So this is what I'm gonna choose to export. You with me, Thaddeus?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to File. I'm gonna go to Share. Do not go to Export. I know if you have other editing program experience, export is what you do. Not in Final Cut Pro 10. So you're gonna go to File, Share, and it will say. Sometimes it'll say master file. Sometimes it'll say. I'm trying to think. Let's see. It says export file. Which one does yours say? Master file, export file, or export file? Okay. Okay. On some versions it may say yeah, master file. So anyway, I'm trying to think. I think there was an update this summer. But anyway, so file, share, export file or master file. and you want to click that. All right. So for your information, you want to double check everything, and I check my stuff every single time. Um, yeah, even if it's the same computer I use, sometimes a setting may get switched or whatever. So under info, the most important one on this tab, not settings, not roles, but on info, is the name. So if you named your project something else, like mine says export day, but what I need to have is, I don't know, let's say Rashawn export assignment. So I can type that in, okay? So also something that you should find interesting is that it gives you the estimated file size. So if you're, say, exporting to your own flash drive and you don't have, you know that you've got, I don't know, maybe 20 megabytes and you see that this is 38 megabytes, then you may have to delete something or, make some type of adjustment. So under settings, what we want to check for is, well, there's two settings now. I should update the sheet. So you can go for mastering audio and video, and under video codec you want H.264. So that's one option. Okay. So audio video H.264, but there's this. The reason why I don't use this, but you can, is that it's a .mov. It's still technically an MP4, but it opens like more like a QuickTime. Okay, and also it's I would say it's a little bit less compatible, or just yeah, a little less compatible, and the file size is bigger. So what I've started doing within the past year, maybe year and a half, is that for my format, I go to computer, and I still go with H.264. So single pass versus multi-pass is just, supposedly makes the image better. So as long as you get one of these H.264s, you're good, okay? So, and I'm not gonna mess with, I'm just gonna leave it as the original resolution, which was 1080. So now it's back to an MP4, which plays on, basically everything. And I have it at 34 megabytes instead of the 72 that we saw previously. For roles, I don't really mess with this. So yeah, I think maybe it's just a summation of stuff. So anyway, now that I have that done, we're gonna press next, and this is where you can decide where your video gets saved. Okay, so right now this is just the basic view where it just says desktop. Like say you have a flash drive plugged in.
Okay, me too. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So say you have a flash drive plugged in, and you got like a ton of stuff on your flash drive. You don't want to just drop it. You don't want to just drop it in on your flash drive. So this little drop down arrow right here gives you more specifics. So if there's a specific folder that you want to put in, or say, let's just say I want to export mine to the video editing fall 2023 folder. I can do it there. So that's where I'm going to decide to export mine. You may, anyway. So now it's going to the video editing fall 2023 folder, and what I'm going to do is now I'm going to press save. Okay, and when I press save, this thing is going to disappear, and it's going to look like, did I even do it? It was like, oh, maybe did I? How did I? I think maybe I closed it without it actually taking place. So when I do press save, something I want you to pay attention to is this little thing right here. This kind of like shows you when it's like processing and working and thinking, and kind of when there's like a process, and you can also click on it to find out the status of stuff. And that also appears, it's somewhere in the middle where it shows something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and press save and watch it go away. And you see this right here. So, and I can click on it and it kind of shows you the process of me, sharing and any other stuff that it may be doing. And you see it moves, and once it's done, it's set to open on, when it gets done, and I have my video. All right. Now, let me close this and show you that it went to the place where I wanted it to go. So I'm going to click on the video editing fall 2023 folder. And look, Rashawn export assignment. So, yay, I did it successfully. So, for your homework, you export 10 seconds of video. So, yeah, and I will be like, if it's not 10 seconds, I'll be like, okay, they don't know how to trim the video to the correct length. So, yes, that'll be a deduction. Save to a flash drive, a storage media, or whatever. Yeah, change the file name to, your first or last name, and export assignment, kind of how I did Rashawn. Export assignment, you do, Thaddeus export assignment, or, yeah, turn your flash drive. And usually you'll get your flash drive back that same class period because I just copy it and give it back. So that is it for our export assignment. I'm gonna. Oh, do you have any questions? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording now.